Hi tarot friends. It has been another awesome mail day today. These two decks just arrived for me from BG in Bulgaria, and oh my god, I'm so excited. This one on the right is the Tarocco Soprafino from Milan in 1835 by Il Menegallo. And I also wanted a more traditional Marseille deck, which I don't have just yet. And that is Tarocco Marsiglia Classico, so the classic Marseille, also by Il Menegallo. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up. I haven't even, you can probably see the shine from the plastic there. I haven't even opened those yet, but I thought I would do a quick walkthrough of these. Hi all, Jade here with Tarot Your Truth. I had another amazing mail day today. I received 3 decks and from Tarot, oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on the name. It's BG in Bulgaria, and I have been lusting after these decks ever since I saw them, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog growling. Hopefully he doesn't start barking. Oh my god, these are just 3 amazing decks, and I thought I would go through a quick, not unboxing because I did. Remember, I hate surprises, so I couldn't wait to open them. So I did quickly flip through them, but I'm going to do that again here. So this one here is the Soprafino from Milan in 1835 from Il Menegallo. And the next one I have is Oracolo Della Sibilla from Del Negro. This is actually the illustration that is on the back of the cards. I'll open those in a second. And then the third one I'm going to talk about today is Tarocco Marsiglia Classico. So classic Marseille tarot, also from Il Menegallo. I didn't have a classic Marseille deck. I have the Tattoo Tarot, and I have the Ancient Italian, which is not a Marseille deck, but probably the style of deck that Marseille sort of got its idea from. I guess it's probably the wrong way I'm saying it, but anyway, I did want a classic Marseille style deck, so super excited to get this one. All right, maybe we'll start with this one. I love that they come in these boxes that are pretty sturdy. Sorry, I'm trying to take it off here. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in here a little bit. All right, these are the backs. I'm okay with the back. It doesn't do a whole lot for me, but it's fine. I'm quite all right with it. This deck actually, I discovered, had 1 extra card, which is the 10 of Pentacles. Super happy to have it. Now you can see there the shine, and same on the back. It's a very thick cardstock, and it's almost tried shuffling these yet, but I do like it. I think it'll last. It'll be more durable than some of the non-plasticky decks. I'm not sure. This version that I have is very cool. This version I have is number 1111 out of 2500. All right. I love how the box comes with a CYA statement that says, come on, focus. This item is created by hand. Any imperfections or variations are due to its workmanship and are not considered to be defects. In other words, don't call us. Okay. There we go. So I'll flip through this quickly. So this is the Fool. The Magician. The Papist. The Empress. And I love that in these decks, she's actually an Empress. She's not just, she's not Mother Nature. She is actually in the seat of her power, equal to the Emperor. The Pope. The Lovers. The Chariot. Justice. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. I'm not a huge fan of strength cards. I'm sorry. Hopefully I said that's strength and not justice. But I was just thinking, I'm not a huge fan of cards showing someone forcibly opening a lion's mouth, because I think that that's not really what this card is about. It's more about being confident enough, I guess, to put your hand in the lion's mouth and risk it being taken off. Death. Temperance. The Devil. The House of God. The Star. Now this one I find interesting as well. So in some of the other Marseille decks, like the CBT and the Jodorowsky, I don't remember which one at the moment, but the card that's on the cover of those decks, so which is the World card. Come on, focus. So here you can clearly see it. This appears to be a woman. In some of the Marseille decks, actually, here, let's just check this one here. I don't know, this one's a fairly androgynous, maybe a woman figure, but in some of the other decks, the person in that World card is sort of a combination, is a half female, half male, so you could see, sort of, there are breasts either on both sides or just one breast, and then but then there are abs, and the rest of the body looks more on the male side. I like that, and I'm not sure if that's what they were going for here. It looks to me like you know, there's a breast, but then there's just regular pec. Anyway, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. The moon, the sun. Not crazy about the sun having a face, but judgment. And we get to the pips. I really like how the cards are not just white, like the background are, you know, sort of this marbled kind of look. I enjoy that a lot. 2, il Manigallo. Let's just quickly go through these. Love the symmetry. Page. Knight. Queen. King. And we get to the wands. I love all the leaves and flowers on these. Just the lines of symmetry. Very excited to be able to work with these pip style decks a little bit more. Nine. 10. Page. Knight. Queen. King. The cups. I love the flowers in the cup. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. I'm not super enamored with primary colors in general, but I do find that it works in this deck, and I think it has to do with the marbling. It just is not such a stark contrast with a white background. A lot of times I think that's my issue with the CPD and other decks, other Marseille decks like that. The one thing that bothers me about most of the Marseille decks that I've seen anyways is the eyes on the figure. I don't know. They're all just black holes almost. Okay, we move to the suit of swords. Love it. 2. Ooh, this one has a rose. 5. Another flower. 9. 10. Back to some symmetry. And the page. The knight. The queen. Now her eyes are not just black holes. And the king. All right. Whoops. I wasn't sure how I would feel about the squared edges.
remains to be seen, I guess, but so far I'm not poking myself. We'll see how it is when I actually use it. I'm not sure, this cardstock is so thick that I'm not sure that you could riffle shuffle it. I'm not even going to try. I just tend to shuffle like that. Okay, so that is the Classic Marseille by Il Menegallo. Okay, and oh my god, I love this one so much. Oh, this is again, the Soprafino. Focus. There we go. Okay. It's a little pouch. So this one, okay, it comes with the same. Yeah, this is handmade, so don't come bother us with anything. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this talks about how the deck was came about, and my editions. There are 2,000 of this edition made. My edition is number 228. Okay. So whoops, sorry. Here are the backs. I do love these backs. They're very pretty, very simple. Love them. Okay. I'm so happy that I have this, but I don't think that I will ever take this out of the house. So I'm very glad that I got the ancient Italian tarot from Little Scarabeo, because it's almost the same, minus you know, the colors are a little bit more muted in that deck, and they've cleaned up the background in terms of, you know, you're eliminating the coffee stains and sweat stains or whatever those are from the deck. But the artwork they are reproductions of the same deck. So collar, the papers. These are beautiful. The Empress, gorgeous. The Emperor, the Pope, very stern. The Lovers, the Chariot, Justice, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, Strength. At first glance, I thought she was really trying to force her way in, but she really isn't. You could tell from, to me anyway, it looks like from her body positions, she's just kind of gently opening his mouth. She doesn't look like she's, you know, stressed. I feel like she'd be leaning forward a lot more or struggling, and even her face has a very peaceful expression, in my opinion. So, and he's, you know, he's got his big paw, arching up, but again, not really in such a way as to be swatting at her or anything. Love that. The Hanged Man, Death, and in this deck, this card is not named. It's just number 13. In the ancient Italian, this card was named the 13, and that's it. Temperance, the Devil, the Tower. I guess this is one of those imperfections. Look at the borders. I'm not going to bother calling them about that. I think that's just adds to it. The other thing I like about this card is it's not the star, it's the stars. Love that. The moon, the sun, quite stained, justice, the world, and we get to the wands. I love how everything is symmetrical in these pips. Page. The queen holding a very big club. King. Oh, Lombardy, okay. And the coins, I believe, yes. One of the things I love about this deck, and this suit in particular, is that on this suit, the coin suit, every coin has a different emperor on it. Oh, these ones don't. They're sunflowers, I guess. Stability of the 4 growing into the growth of the 3. 2 sets of 4. Page. The knight. The queen. And the king. I do love that the queen and king are looking at each other. Okay, moving to the sword. Love these. One of the things actually that's always bothered me about the Rider-Waite-Smith, and some of its religious overtones, I guess, is that this card is usually, in the Rider-Waite-Smith decks, you typically will see something similar to this, where with the sword being held by a hand with maybe a crown on it, but the hand is usually, supposed to be the hand of God or the divine, whereas in the older decks, they're connected to people. I just find that very much better for me. Love it. Love the break between the swords. I love how the ribbon is connecting them all. I remember looking at these cards as a child in Italy, and we had the playing cards were very much like this, and I remember thinking, how can they weave these together? And actually trying it with some of my pickup sticks. The 10. Funny the things you remember. Page. I love his expression. And the horse as well. I love these queens. In the Rider-Waite-Smith tradition, it seems to me that the Koreans are always supposed to be badasses and, you know, don't come to me with emotion. Just, it's all about logic and intellect. But she didn't get to that position without a lot of strife, without going through some troubled times, both emotionally as well as, and spiritually as well as physically. And so she does have empathy, and so I love these cards where they do place the hand on the heart, and even her expression is, yeah, I'll help you through this. I'll help you through this issue. And you know, I understand your frustrations or your troubles, but we can use logic to reason us out of this. Or that's what it says to me anyways. The King and the cups. I love these cups. Oh my gosh. I love these cups so much. Twos. Three. Three sets of three with one over top. Page. The Knight. The Queen. And the King. So that pretty thick cardstock again. It's very matte. You can see there's not really any shine there. I didn't see a notice in the box for this one like I did with my Etruria deck from Lo Scarabeo, which said that there's no film on that deck at all, so you need to be really careful about moisture or whatnot. I didn't see that here, so hopefully they are coated. I think this is one deck that I would definitely run back into my burning house to get. I love it so much. I love the backs, and I'm so much looking forward to working with this, even though I will never leave the house with it. Anyway, so that, I do have one more deck. Those are the only two tarot decks. And the third deck I got is not a tarot deck. It is the Sybil Oracle. And from Del Negro. Let's see if I can open this. So this deck was interesting because I was really only looking for the other two, but BG does offer free shipping over a certain amount. So this one was not quite free, but very close. These are the backs. I very much enjoy the backs. The cardstock is a little bit, it's a little bit thinner, but pretty good. I like it. And what I like about this deck is it's very different than my Sibilla Della Sibilla. There's a lot of, it's very Greco-Roman in its imagery. I only got this yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to really go through it, but I very much enjoy the art. I guess I should have probably warned you, there's a little bit of nudity. Hopefully that doesn't bother you. But I'm very much looking forward to working with this and doing some review, looking into what the symbols are. I don't know what all the runes are, and some of the other symbolism that's on here, like There's a little pentagram there. Not sure if the faces mean anything. Anyway, I am looking forward to working with this. Focus. There we go. The Old Woman. A Revelation. Thought. Merchant. Hope. Scholar or thinker would be the actual translation. Child. Offer. Fealty or loyalty. Revelry. House. Solitude. Money. Message. Conversation. Man of the law. The protector. Soldier, military. The Grand Lord. Affliction. Friend. Perfidy. Theft, I guess. A lover. Female lover. Oh, interesting. This is young brunette male. I have never heard of this word, Muzinka. I will have to look that up. Ladro, thief. Okay. So actually the previous card, this one, perfidy. So it's also about theft a bit. I'm thinking that this one has more to do, and obviously I could be wrong, but I think this one has more to do with being the female enemy. The male lover. Tears. Success. Voyage or travel. Constancy. Death. Homage. Disgrace. In Italian, this can also be disgrace or disgrazia is a word that's being used for not just disgrace as in, you know, you've done something disgraceful, but also something you're like sadness. Surprise. Illness. Disappointment. Prison. Blonde woman. Interesting. Dispute. Arguments. Fights. Wrestling. Consolation. Pettegolezzi. think about that one in this context. I'll have to come back to that one. Lettered man or scholar. Vanity. Male enemy. Melancholy. And love. These are very interesting. I'm gonna have to look up a couple of those words. This one, there's the backs. I do love it. I do not believe I'm going to etch this. I think I'm going to leave that as is. It did come with a book, a little white book. I guess this is by US Games. Interesting. So it came to me from halfway across the world. The front several pages are all about how Sybil decks came, who the Sybils were, and how these decks came about. I haven't gone through this, but oh, there's some of the symbols. That's awesome. I can look. It's a couple of cards. The diagram of spiral forming 13 spheres of influence, beginning at the center with card number 1, the 6 of hearts, and continuing counterclockwise to card number 52, the 5 of spades. Interesting. Okay, and then there's some spreads. Oh, and there is there are a few paragraphs there on each card, but I was curious. So, okay, I see. It's the 5 of spades, card 52. Awesome. So that is my Oracle of the Sibyl by Del Negro, and that brings us to the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed this, and if there are any questions or anything you would like me to clarify, or you want to see a different card or a card a little bit better, I'd be happy to do that for you. Until the next time, my friends, tarot your truth. Bye-bye.